Good morning from Australia. Narelle Walk-on from Mackay, Queensland, Australia, and I am your host today. Thank you so much for joining us. Good afternoon and good evening. We so appreciate each and every one of you being here. We want to send our best wishes and love to Admira. Admira is still not feeling 100%, so she's asked myself and Chris and a few of the others to step up and be here today to run this webinar. Amazing it is. It is a founders only, so please be aware that any information you share from here, it is proprietary information. Do not share with non-founders. So welcome everyone. We'll get started and go straight into the recording. So one moment while I share my screen. Thank you.
Hello everyone, how are you? My name is Redfern and alongside me here is Marty DeGarmo. We are going to give you a tutorial on how to log in to Omail and also how to navigate through it to send emails, etc. like that. Marty's going to do all the navigation for me. I'm going to do the speaking and the tutorials, and hopefully this will help you be able to navigate around Omail. So the first thing you're going to do then is you're going to log into your account, okay, and then migrate to the left-hand side on your dashboard where it says Omail. So you click on the Omail tab, and as you can see, if you haven't logged into this before, it will come up with a user agreement. You have to click the two check boxes at the bottom to say you've read the user agreement, and then digitally sign it by typing your name in and press continue. Once you've pressed that, you will come onto this page as you see here now. On this account, it has already created a username for you that they take from your existing email. If you're happy with that, all you press is continue. If you're not, you can change it to whatever you like. If it is available, then it will allow you to log in. If it's not, then it will tell you. Once that is gone, you then need to click on Omail once again. So here is the interface then that we have got for Omail. As you can see, it is extremely easy to navigate. At the top there, you've actually got one email, okay? That first email there is an automatic email from OnPassive to say welcome. Hello, this is your new Omail. You can have a read of that and all the rest of it. As you can see along the top of your Omail, you have trash, drafts, outbox, and sent. Now, all of these tabs at the top here will be expanded when we get the full version. Remember, guys, this is only for us to start beta testing to make sure that other servers and other email providers start getting used to Omail.ai. And this is why it is a very, very simple version. So for the sake of this exercise, what are we going to do? We're going to send an email, okay, so that we know what we're doing. So you click new email, and as you can see, it pops up with to CC and BCC. Now you're probably thinking, what is CC and BCC? Now this is for every single email provider. Normally, if you want to send out an email to a lot of people, but you don't want them to know the person's email address, you use BCC. So for instance, if Marty wants to send me an email and he wants to send two other friends emails, he would put to, which would be me, Redfern, and underneath at BCC, he would put in his two friends. Then he can send that email out in confidence, knowing that when the other parties get the email, they are not going to receive my email address, okay? If you want the other people to receive the other two people's email addresses, you'd put it in the CC section underneath, all right? So with all emails, you need to have a subject. So where it says subject under there, you could put in whatever you like. For this, we'll put in test email. Okay, and Marty will put in any email address at the top there, whatever you want to do, Marty. Entirely up to you. Put mine if you want to. Okay, and then we now go to the body of the email itself here. Now, what I want to do here is I want to show you a few things with this dashboard that you see above your messenger there. This is a really helpful tool that comes with this email platform that you can really do some smart stuff with your emails if you're prepared to do a little bit of time. So you can set, for instance, on this, we'll just put, hi, Red, this is just a test email, okay? And then Marty can sign it. Now, as you can see, it's already highlighted on that bar, the white square towards the right-hand side with the lines going horizontal there. That's so that everything is in a line on the left-hand side of the email. You've also got a center and to the right and the blank ones there. So you can move your text around all over the place. Next to that, you've got styles, and on the drop down on the styles next to it, okay, it will give you all sorts of styles, so you can move it around as Marty is doing there. So wherever you want on the page, you can select a style. Okay, again, remember you have to highlight the text first. On the drop down, it actually shows you on this what that style looks like, and that's pretty cool because most of them just have a name. For this particular platform, it actually shows you what it's going to look like. So you select any of those you want. It's entirely up to you. Okay, and next to that as well, you've got fonts, you've got headers. You can put a header up there if you want to, and fonts, and also the size of the text. Remember, every single time that you want to change something, you have to highlight the area in the text to what you want to do. So as you can see, even with the sizing numbers, it will show you before it does it for you, how exactly what size it's going to be. And then where it says A, okay, A is for the text, for whatever color you want that text. Okay, so there's plenty of colors there. And the other A next to it with the color around the outside, okay, this is to go around the text itself. So you could go red with yellow, or in this case, blue with yellow, whatever you want to do. So you can have a really good play around with all of it. So let's just go over to the left-hand side, and you've got these two round oblong circles that are there. Okay.
Hold on 1 second, Red. It disappeared.
Okay. So we'll let Marty just type it back in there, and then we can show you a few more tricks to do on this.
Okay, go ahead, Red.
Okay. On the left hand, at the top left-hand side there, you've got some of these weird, like roundish circles there. These are called hyperlinks. So if you've ever wondered, how do you get a clickable link into an email? For instance, if you want to share a link into a YouTube channel, for instance, you would find the YouTube channel, okay? And what you would do then is you would copy the YouTube channel, okay, and you press the hyperlink there. And if you, so Marty's going to grab the grab a YouTube here where it says share. They click share, copy it, go back to the email. And in here on the left hand side, this is quite important, where it says HTTP, okay, you need to make sure that you select, or in this case, it auto selects it for you. If you press the drop down there, Marty, just press the drop down on the protocol underneath it, if you can. Just underneath that bit there. Not the, that's it. press protocol. It's got HTTP, HTTPS. Whatever that link address is, it could be HTTP or HTTPS. This is what you want to select, and then you type in, okay, or paste in this case the URL. Once you've done that, you can then select a target for it, which in this case is a new window, so that when somebody clicks on it, it pops up in a new window automatically. And there you have that click here, which is hyperlinked, which means that when somebody clicks on that link, they will automatically be sent to the OnPassive YouTube channel, and it will automatically as well open in a new window. So that's pretty cool stuff, that is. So once you're happy with that, you can also go all the way along. You can share it directly into Facebook as well, this message, if you wanted to. You can add a picture. Next to that hyperlink, you've got a little picture of a mountain there. Okay, if you click that, it will come up with your gallery, and you can add a picture that way. Okay, again, from the URL on there, set it into a new window, etc. Okay, you can find all that and add it into there. You can actually put in the right height, etc. if you wanted to, or you can use, exit off that, Marty. Or another way of adding an attachment to a photograph to it there is at the bottom, it says attach. You might have to just scroll down a little bit. Yeah, you'll have to use your down arrow, I think, Marty, to get to the bottom of the screen. So if you just click on the image itself anywhere on the property, and then just scroll, just arrow down. Is it coming down or not? Okay, so down at the bottom there, you'll see you've got save, discard, attach, and signature. Okay, if you wanted to add in a photograph, you can add the attach. So if you press attach there, it comes up with your file section, and then you would go to pictures, select whatever picture you want, and you can click open. It attaches it into that email at the top there. Okay, if you don't like it as a cross, you can just exit it out. Okay, but that will be there when it's sent. You've also got a digital signature. So if you click the digital signature, okay, you can set this up for the first time, and you put a signature, and you can select where this goes, okay, within your email, and this will be automatic. So if you press save on the right hand side, okay, then that is then saved. Okay, got to put a name in there for it. Let's call it Marty's signature or something. So that's there. So next time you go to there, it will automatically just press signature, and it pops it into the email automatically. So for instance, if you want to say, have a nice day and all the rest of it, you can do that. Once you've done all that and you're happy with it, you can either save it, okay, to be sent at a different time, or you can press send there on the right hand side. So what we would do here, we would put the email in there, and which is Redfern. I shall just make sure my email is open as well, so that we can show you that it got to me. Have you sent it yet, Marty, or not? There you go. So off it goes really quickly, and I'm waiting for it to get to here. And it's, as you can see, it has come in already. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. So how quick was that? It hit my Gmail in seconds. Okay, so that will be in your sent part of your emails at the top, and it will give you a copy of it there right at the top. Okay, so that's how to send a new email, and any emails that come into you, okay, will go into the inbox here on the left hand side where the OMail from OnPassive is there. Okay, so what we're going to do now is going to go to the right hand side, okay, where you've got some of these icons on the right hand side of the OMail on the right. Okay, so calendar, this is going to be for the future where you'll be able to schedule emails to go out on certain days, certain times. You can select it by days, weeks, and months. It's not active at the moment, but this is where you'll be able to click on a day and schedule a email to go out at a certain time and a day within that calendar section. Underneath that, then you have a contacts list. So if you press the contacts, this is where you will be adding contacts into your contacts list to send out. So you press add contact. Just click, where are we going? Is it, can you click that, Marty?
Yeah. Hold on, let me try that. There
That's it. Okay. So press new contacts at the top. Now, all of the stars fields, little red stars, have to be completed. So whoever the contact is, and unfortunately at this time, everything has to be put in manually. When we move over to OMail proper, we have been told that it will be, you'll be able to import your email list into it. Also, the system automatically checks if this is a valid email, guys. Okay, so it really is important that you make sure that it is a valid email that goes in there. And as you can see, there is a lot of countries that you can select from. And remember to scroll to the bottom, guys, on this, okay? Some people just think that box is it, but then you have to scroll right to the bottom. Once that is done, okay, you can put in the address if you want to. It is not mandatory, but if you want to, you can. Once everything is done, then you just press save. What's it saying there, Marty? I can't see it.
I don't know if this works yet, Brad, but
Okay.
That's how it would work if it was working. So yeah, it didn't save it.
Okay, I think you have to fill out every single field, to be honest, at the moment.
I might look this out.
Okay, so make sure every single field is done there, and it should save it into it. I know it is a bit of a pain, but for now, this is how it is all working on that. Underneath the My Contacts on the right-hand side, then you've got the settings. Okay, if you click settings, this shows you the profile of this account. Okay, and it also shows you the email address of the account, not of the email from OMail. If you want to remember the email from OMail, you have to send yourself an email, and that obviously is how you do. Right, underneath here is quite an important bit as well, that you've got. You've got an auto reply if you're out of the office. So if you click the auto reply and scroll down, you can select a time and date from and when you're going to be out of the office, your time zone, okay, and you can write a message saying, sorry, I'm out of the office from this date to this date. If you need to get hold of me, you can get hold of me, whatever it is on the message, and then press save at the bottom. And that means that anytime anybody tries to send you an email, okay, then automatically this will give you a email back to that email that is sent to you saying, sorry, I'm out of the office. Please get in contact with me here, or get in contact with me when I'm back in the office. Okay, scroll back up to the top then, Marty. There you go. And as you can see, it checks the spelling as well, which is pretty cool. So to get back to the main account, top right-hand corner where it says mail, that's it, Marty, it brings you back into this mail section. So that is basically how to run around your mail. As you can see on the dashboard on the left-hand side, next to all mails, you've got a bin, and you've got a arrow for files, and you've got four dots. Okay, you can use those. Okay, if you click more read and unread, you can click your emails. Remember, each time you want to do something, you've got to highlight the email you're talking about. Okay, you can either bin it by using those there, you can add it to favorites. Okay, and in the future, okay, there will be more tabs at the top that you can set up yourself. For instance, you could have a promotions tab, you could have an email list tab, whatever you want to do, you'll have that there. But for now, we only get one email per account, and this is to send out to start other email providers getting used to omail.ie. That's about it, Marty. Have you got any questions or want to talk about anything?
No, that pretty much sums it up.
As you can, I'll tell you what I will do is, as you can see, one email's come in here now from OnPassive. And if you look underneath it, you've got reply, reply all, forward, copy, and move. So if you wanted to reply to an email, you can click any of those shortcut icons there. And again, it comes up automatically with the email it's come from, the mail that got sent, okay? And you're replying to that mail at the top of it. Automatically, it's put the subject of where it came from. You can obviously amend that. And then you write anything you want to in the top of that. Once it's all filled out, you scroll back to right down to the bottom and it will say send, and you just send it back to whoever it came from. Now, at the moment, guys, if you are sending out an email from your own Omail account, people cannot reply to you into this account, okay, from the email that you're sending out. Okay, so the email I got from Marty, you can't reply to that and it comes back into this email. You can send one directly to Omail, but not for a reply. So if you want somebody to reply to one of your Omails, then you have to put your existing email at the bottom of it for now, okay? So it is a pretty cool mail provider. It's super easy to use. It's got absolutely everything there in the right place for you to navigate it. In fact, the highlights and everything is in the right place on an email. Sometimes it's right at the bottom and you have to navigate to the bottom to do any changes, but with this, they put it at the top, which is a really cool feature as well. The auto check for the spelling works really well, certainly in English language as well. And it will just get better and better the more it gets used. And so it's pretty cool. Over to you, Marty.
Yeah, so what, look, you're not going to hurt anything by playing around, right? Put in some names, write people, do a subject line, send something, attach something. You could, like Red said, you set up your signature ahead of time, and you don't have to worry about filling in the bottom part. You could say, "Thank you very much, Marty DeGarmo, whatever," and it's always there. Every time you go to compose an email, all the bottom part's already there. So that saves a little bit of time. You can do an attachment, you can save it, you can put it under drafts and send it later, whatever you want to do. Just like Gmail, and remember, this isn't 100% functional. When it gets where we could do whatever we want to do with it later on, like sending emails or follow-up emails, and I think it'll be pretty powerful stuff. And the reason, when Red was going over the contacts, that they want you to put as much info, because they really don't want you putting in bought emails, like bulk emails, like, oh, I just bought 1,000 emails and I got everything. Those are usually garbage, and you could get yourself in trouble with spam. So it's pretty cool. Another feature when you're writing out emails, if you write an email out, like Red said, it checks all the spelling on it. You can take your time, and then you send it. And I love this feature because I write emails to many people, like Red said. At BCC, not everybody's seeing your email. It's private to each person. If you don't care, like Red said, CC, no big deal. So yeah, that pretty much covers everything.
Yeah, and it's really nice to see everything in bold as well. Like the BCC and CC on a lot of emails, it's in really light grey. You can't really see it, or you have to click a drop down to access it. With OMail, everything is right in your face. It's very bold. You can see it, and it's very easy to navigate. And that's the beauty about this, is it really is easy to navigate around. Like Marty said, use it, abuse it. You're not going to break it. Okay. And this is what our job here is to do as founders at the moment, is to help beta test. And this is just one of the products.
Well, there we go. How is everyone about that? Some great information there. Thank you, Marty, and thank you, Redfern. Fantastic. I'm sure people have got questions. I know I have a couple myself, but yeah, if there's anybody who would like to ask a question, please raise your hand. I see that Bruce has his raised, so we'll go over to you first, Bruce. Think about what it is you want to ask, so that we've got Red here and Marty to answer, and any of us on the panel. So thank you.
Thank you, Narelle. Thank you, Red. You're very clear on all these things. A couple of questions. I've been playing around with OMail, and I wanted to look to find a draft. I don't see where you save a draft, and I also don't see when you have an outbox how that's working. And the other question was only on my screen. I can't seem to get to attachment on the bottom. That's probably just a screen issue for me.
Yeah, let's break that down for you, Bruce. As far as the outbox is concerned, all the functionalities is probably not all working at the moment. Outbox is the same as sent anyway, to be absolutely honest. You know, if you use other mail providers, outbox means that it's there until it's sent. So it shows you that it's pending. If you haven't got anything in outbox, that's a good thing. That's a good sign, because it means all your emails have been sent, mate. So it's normally you will only see something in an outbox if there's been internet interruption or something like that, and it gets held in outbox. If not, it should show straight away in your sent email. It's very quick at sending out emails. I'll tell you, very quick.
Yeah,
so that's your first one. As far as saved drafts, I haven't checked to see that when you are doing an email and you haven't sent it, but you save it at the bottom, that should go into the drafts. Now, I haven't checked it to see if that works or not. If you're telling me it doesn't, then it's something I will check to make sure. And on your last question.
Hey, Red, 1 second.
Yep.
It works. What you do is you write out your email like you're going to send it, but don't send it. At the bottom where Red showed those save and whatever, click on save. That makes it a draft.
Okay, well, there you go then.
As soon as you click save, it's a draft.
I hadn't checked that, but if Marty's saying it goes into your draft when you press save, that's fantastic, which means that then you can go back to it at any stage. You can amend it, do what you want, and then send it out. And on your last, what was your last question, Bruce? I've forgotten. Anybody?
It's probably the same issue because I can't see the bottom of my screen.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. That's probably on your end because as we showed on this tutorial, they are there at the bottom, mate. If you can't see them, right, you can't sometimes on, especially laptops where the screen's not that big, you'll have to use your page up and page down arrows to scroll down. So you click the page or click the area that you want to scroll on and then use your page up and page down, and that should scroll you down past the area that you want to go to, so you'll be able to see it. Because if you
I tried that with my iPad, and what it did was it would come up and it would just go back right down.
Okay, yeah. I know that iOS systems have had a problem with that. I've had that as well on my iPhone, so it'll be exactly the same on that. Try, if you can, to have it in landscape as far rather than portrait. So that just means turning your iPad to the side, and it should auto rotate round to the side, and you should be able to see it then.
Right. I will make a comment. I did try to send one with the attachment to it. I couldn't get the attachment because of the thing, but it came back in a millisecond. It came right back.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, like I said, you know, I know that as far as the mobile versions of it is concerned, there is work being done on all of it to make sure, because this is for all founders who are watching this right now. As far as desktop versions is concerned, it's very easy to write coding for desktop versions because it is a standard size. When you go onto mobile versions, which iOS and iPads and Android is, then you have to actually physically write different coding for mobiles, because the size of the screen has to be concertina down so that it all fits within the screen that you are visualizing on. And you obviously use your scrolling to go up and down to navigate around it. So again, this is what we're here to do. We're here to help beta test and to find these things so that it makes it easier in the long run. But those are all good points, Bruce, and thank you for bringing them up.
One last question, Red. When we get to OnPassive, just like Yahoo and Gmail and almost every email, when you put in an email, when you write somebody, their email automatically goes to memory. Is that going to be what happens when we get to OnPassive too?
There's a lot in the pipeline as far as that is concerned. Push notifications is one of them, which if you use any mail provider at the moment, you'll have push notifications. You can either select it or deselect it. For those of you who don't know what a push notification is, it's basically a pop-up on your mobile or your laptop or something to say you've got a mail. This is something that they know about. It's something that they're going to be working on. So that is certainly something that they're going to be looking at and bringing in, because if we are going to rival other mail providers, then we need to have the same capabilities as other mail providers. So that is one thing that will be looked at and done. As far as automatically going into your saved and memories, again, I'm sure that is known about, and I'm sure that will be worked on, Bruce.
Perfect.
Thank you so much, Bruce. Fantastic questions. Just before we go over to Judy, there is a question in the chat box, and it's saying, Marty and Red, will all the email addresses be put into OMail, and will they be flushed when we go to OnPassive? So I presume they're asking, I mean, we're going to have to export them in, I would presume that you know, people, yeah.
It was my understanding right at the beginning that we weren't to put much detail into OMail, because we were told right at the beginning that there was a possibility it would all get flushed. Now, on a webinar, probably about 3, maybe 4 weeks ago, when we first got OMail, this was brought up, and Ash himself said, do not worry. Any information that you put into OMail will be saved. It will not be lost. So if you want to go ahead and put 1,000 contacts into your OMail, you crack on and put them all in there. You're not going to lose them. As I said, and Marty said, at the moment, everything has to be done manually. Okay, this is for reasons of not just security, but to stop any spamming of mail. And remember, OMail is a personal or a business mail system to send emails. As far as marketing is concerned, we will have OPIA. That will be for bulk emailing, which is a completely different scenario and a completely different service that OnPassive will be offering to the general public who want to do bulk emailing to contacts, etc. So it is really important that we use OMail for what it is designed to do, and it is designed to hit people's inboxes. So it does not go to spam, trash, or the bin. It hits the right place, and we can only achieve that by using OMail as we are, and also the way and the strategy that has been rolled out by the company ensures that the other providers that are there now know that omail.ia is a safe email and it's not used for spam. And that's why it goes out very quickly, it gets received really quickly, and always into your inbox. Back to you, Narelle.
Thank you, Red. And remember, we are in beta testing. Anything that you've used before on previous emails, this is available to you here on OMail. You know, so don't be afraid, test it, try it out, press on buttons, send it to somebody, send it to yourself. Just remember that they can't reply back to that as yet. Okay, we'll go over to Judy Oliver. Please unmute yourself, Judy, and ask your question. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. I wanted to make sure I heard this right. Did you say that you have to put your address, you know, like if it's Judy Oliver at, you know, OMail AI, is that going to be on your address for them to return it to, or did you say you have to put it in the bottom of the email?
No, that was a signature, Judy, down the bottom. You're not going to get anything back from if you send an email out right now. However, what Red discussed was the signature down the bottom. So if you want to sign off, you know, thanks, Judy, have a great day, Judy Oliver, whatever you want to do, remembering that some are personal, some are business. With myself, I have a email that goes out that has my website at the bottom of it. So my website address is added because anybody who it goes out to then can then press on the link to go to my website. Red, if you want to add in there, thanks.
Yeah, all I'll say to that is that the signature bar at the bottom is a very useful tool for those that send out emails. It saves a lot of time. Exactly like Narelle has just said, you can bespoke it to have any ending to any email. The content of the email obviously is personal, but the signature part then gives a generic thing that gets sent out each time. It just saves a real lot of time, especially if you're going to have hyperlinks in there, like Narelle does for her website, YouTube's, or whatever you want to do. You can really get to town and bespoke it for yourself, it'll save you an awful lot of time and make it a lot more professional and personal, of course. You know, all these things here that which we are getting offered from OnPassive. Yes, they're plug and play, and they are all clickable and do it all for you, but you use them to how you want yourself to be perceived by somebody else. So the tool is there for you, and then you personalize it to yourself to how you want your feel, I suppose, at the end of the day, goes out to people. For instance, you know, if you want to put a load of emojis on the signature and stuff like that, you can do all that if you want to. So you don't have to do it every single time. You can spend a bit of time setting it all up. Once it's set up, you save it. And then all you have to do to add it to an email, it doesn't go on automatically. You have to just click signature at the bottom of the email, and it pops it in underneath everything that you have written. It's a pretty cool tool, to be honest.
Yeah.
No,
And
I
Yeah,
think,
and one
Sorry.
more thing,
Yeah.
keep in mind, if you're, not everybody could be at that email all the time, right? So if you set up your auto reply, you have your name, you have your email. I mean, you have your name, you can put your email, you can put your website, you can put your YouTube channel, you can put a lot of information under there and say that I'll get back to you. But at least if it's somebody new and they want to see your website, they're not slowing down. They can go right from your reply. Then you can get back to them, because you're going to get emails at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. This way it looks like you're live all the time. So that's pretty powerful. You can put anything under your signature, like Red said.
Absolutely. Judy, the other thing is, you did ask about, you know, is it showing up where it's coming from? When you're in signed into your back office and logged in, and you go to OMail, absolutely, that's where you're sending your emails from. So it's going to show your omail.ai account anyway. Do you know what I mean? So you don't have to put that in.
oh, that was my
That's only
question.
for content, yeah. So every time
It
you
is
log
going to be on
into,
the,
yeah, whichever account you log into, that will be the email that, you know, if you send an email from there, so your email will show on the email that's going to another person. Okay, so it's just automatic. That's what it is. So that's the product and that's the
Okay.
tool. Just as if you go
Right.
into Gmail, you don't have to put anything in there. You sign into your Gmail account and you send an email. They automatically know where it's coming from. So I hope that that's helped.
yeah, that was exactly what I wanted to hear.
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
because I thought I heard them say that it wasn't going to show up in that line, like you're
Yeah,
from.
no. Yeah, it will show up
Okay,
automatically
perfect.
because that's where you're logged into. So don't be too stressed
Okay.
about that. Like I said, trial it, send yourself an email to one of yours, and you know, you will see that it comes through to you, just as Red and Marty showed on the slides and that. It will go through to you, but trial it out, absolutely, and see.
Okay.
And go in, if you have more than one account, go into the others and trial it from them as well, and just send to your primary account. And that will definitely help you to feel more at ease that that's what's
Okay.
happening. So you can't break it. And Ash said, just try and break it. So just test it out and see what you
All
can do.
right.
Is that all your
Thank you.
questions for now, Judy?
Yeah, that's it.
Thank you so much for asking them. William, before we go to you, I just want to say that Tony has said in here that he sent a test OMail, and you can send an email back. If you're replying to that email that you sent through, Tony, then perhaps that's why that's happening. I'm not 100% sure. He said, I sent an email to one of my Gmail accounts and then sent back to OMail, and it came through fine. I would say if you're just replying to the email you sent through, that side of it would work. But if you're actually sending a email to, you know, as a startup new one, that it may not go through. So Red, do you have any clarification around that one?
Well, here's something else you want to keep in mind too. Sorry I interrupted, Red.
No,
Things could be improving daily that me and Red don't even know. Okay, I mean, they're working on it every day. So we might tell you something today, and that function works later. After we did this, I sent an email. I mean, I got an email from my OFounder into my regular email, and when I sent it back, it went to OFounder.
Okay.
So it did. And the other day it didn't work for me. So remember, they're not going to tell us every second. Hey, you can do this now. You can do that now. That's why you got to stay plugged in. Things are going to get improving daily, every hour. And you just got to catch it. That's all.
Excellent. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, William from Canada, I presume it is. William, open up your mic. Thank you. Ask your question.
Yes, hi, Red. Yes, I did test the email and I sent it to my downline and sent it to myself. I got a reply and they all replied, which was good. But I went to my Gmail and Yahoo and I used the old mail address, but it came back. So I guess they're just testing right now. I guess it's just not working now. Is that correct?
No, your OMail address wouldn't go to Gmail.
No, what I meant was I want to send a message to the OMail from Gmail and Yahoo.
Okay, well, give it a go. Like Marty's just said, I know it didn't work last week, right?
No,
I know
it didn't work today either.
Okay, well, there you go. I mean, Tony's just said that he could reply, and Marty's just said he could reply. Maybe, again, as always, when things start getting rolled out or a new thing starts happening, they do it by regions. Certain people have it, certain people don't, etc., etc. I know personally myself that I couldn't reply to a OMail just by clicking the reply or send direct to OMail from a Gmail.
Yes.
That is now changing apparently because Marty's done it and Tony's done it. So obviously it's, again, everything we have got here is going to be continually worked on and improved. Remember that we all have to have a starting point. I keep saying this time and time again, as far as this company is concerned, is that we have to start somewhere. And part of the starting somewhere is to launch it, start testing it, make it better so that when we get to the point of going public, the public are going to be absolutely blown away by our products because they are fit for purpose. And this is just part of the process. We're the guinea pigs, we're the beta testers. And
another question, Red, is like when you send an email from Gmail and Yahoo, sometimes I think it's a server that, like it says, email was not accepted or something.
Yeah, well, if that happens, it will drop, like I said before. If that happens, normally it will drop into your outbox. Yeah. Because it means that the email has been interrupted on sending, it wasn't accepted because of internet or whatever, however it may be, whether it's your end or receiving end. If there's an interruption, it doesn't get sent and it gets dropped into your outbox. And that is the same for every single email provider, including OMail. Gmail, Yahoo, OMail, all exactly the same as far as how that system works as far as delivery of an email.
So I think that they will iron out later on.
Yeah, I mean, there might not be anything wrong with it, William, at the end of the day. It might just be a server problem, internet problem along the line somewhere that's interrupted it and caused the kick out by saying it wasn't delivered. And then it normally drops back into your outbox. This is why it's so important that when you do send emails, that you do not just carte blanche think, I clicked send and it's sent. I have many a time, and I have many email accounts all over the place. Many a time I have decided to go in and clean them up. And I go into the outbox on it, and I go, oh my God, it never got sent. You know, and there's me being swearing blind. I sent it to you, mate. What's the matter with you? It must be your, and it hasn't been sent because of an interruption. And this is why it really is very important.
Yeah, it is. Like, you have to be careful.
Yeah.
William, can I just ask, when you said that you tried to send to omail.ai, did you send an email to yourself and try and reply to that email?
Oh, I did both. I did both. Testing it. I did.
Okay,
because
so
I replied, it went through, no problem. But when I sent it just with the OMail address, it came back.
Absolutely. And that's why, because it was never available to us. And that's why they're working on that. And that's why it's taking a little bit longer to get through the 1 million people that they have to set it up for. So it will happen. If you're replying to it, then absolutely it's working 100%. So thank you very much today for your questions. It's always good to have you on here. So thank you, William. I'll go over to our next person, Juanita. Ali, if you'd like to open up your microphone, please, and ask your question.
Hi, yes. I know we're in big beta testing, so I tried to test OMail from my primary account, which is a Hotmail account, and from the OMail, it returned to sender.
Okay, so you were, keep going,
yes,
sorry.
so I sent it to I tested it to my primary account, but it returned to sender, and it was saying about report to postmaster, something like that. Is it because it's a Hotmail account I tested it to?
No, it's not because it's a Hotmail account at all. It's just that at the moment, your account is not receiving external mails into your account. How long ago did you do this?
A few days ago, I tried it a few times, and it just kept coming back.
Yeah, like I said, I know last week it wasn't working for me, and Marty and Tony have just said that today or yesterday it's been working for them. So it might just be a waiting game for us guys for it to work on our accounts. But
I've tried my other accounts and it seems to be fine.
It's
my primary one. Just my primary one.
It won't. It's not Hotmail, that's for sure, because that's one of the major recognised email providers. So I wouldn't worry about that. It's just I would imagine it's just a waiting game on that, anyway, as it is. But they will get that part sorted. So I wouldn't worry about it at the moment.
That's fine. I can wait. That's fine.
Yeah. Good to see you on here, by the way.
Thank you.
Norelli?
Yes,
I'm sorry to interrupt you. Gemma does not have a hand to raise. Can you put her in line also for a question?
Okay, yep, I see her there.
Thank you.
Hi, Gemma. Okay, I'll call our next one.
And Norelli, you've got me for 20 minutes and then I'm sliding off. All right.
Absolutely. Okay. All righty. Well, thank you very much. Tony, do you mind if Gemma goes first? Ladies first, that's okay, and then we'll come back to you and Richard.
I got dinner in the oven, so that's okay. Go ahead.
Thank you. Yeah. Gemma, if you'd like to unmute and ask your question, that would be fantastic. Thank you. Go ahead.
Hi, everyone. Happy New Year to everyone. I haven't talked to anyone at all, but my question is, I'm trying to send an email. I can receive email, but I cannot send one. Lister, my sister, tried to help me with it, but we could not get it done. Can someone tell me what I'm doing wrong, please?
That's quite a broad question. Without actually sitting next to you, looking at your screen, I have zero idea. When you try and send it, what does it say, Gemma?
It just says no email, no email at all, and it's not working. That's all it keeps coming back to me, saying no email on file, and it's not working. But Lister can send me one, and I can receive her email, but I cannot send one to her. It doesn't go to her at all, and I don't know why, and she doesn't know why.
But you can get into the OMail platform.
Yep.
And you can put in the receiver's email. You can write out your message.
Exactly.
Okay, and it will say send at the bottom right-hand corner.
Right, but it doesn't get to her.
And when you press send, Does it disappear once it's
It
sent?
disappears. There's no match, no email match.
It says no email match.
Yes.
Right. And have you tried different emails just to double check that it's just not that one email?
No, I didn't try another one.
Okay. Can I suggest that you, in the receiver, so the person you're sending it to, can you just try in the two at the very top? Okay. Put in that a different email, and the one you're trying to send it to as well, put it under the CC underneath it, okay, and just see what it says. Now, if it has sent, it will pop into your sent file, which is along the very top there, where we showed you, and you know it has been sent. But try a different email on that. If that does persist, please go into your back office, into the support section, and then raise a ticket, right, with a screenshot of what it says on it, to say that I'm trying to send from my email on my omail.ai, and I'm getting this error message. I've tried 2 different emails. They both come back with the same error message, and I'm just letting you know that this is happening on this account.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Red.
You're welcome, Gemma. Thank you very much for your input.
Gemma, the other thing, just to make sure of, and I know this might sound like a silly, dumb thing to say, but just make sure that you're putting the email address that you're sending it to in the actual section that says to, and not just in the CC or the BCC part, because that will confuse the computer completely. And also, people need to remember that you need to put a subject line in, even if it's hey, hello, whatever, because sometimes that won't work. So if you're not putting a subject in, it may not send it. Now, I'm not quite sure how it's happening with OMail yet, but I know in other emails, if you don't, it will bring up a prompt to say you haven't got a subject in here. Now, OMail may not be giving you that prompt just yet, but it may not be sending because you don't have a subject in there. So just be aware, and like Red said, send it to a couple of different emails, put it in the CC as well, but make sure that you're putting that first email address in the top box that says to. So thank you for your question today. I hope that it works for you.
Excuse me, Narelle.
Yes, Listra.
Yeah, I have been helping her, and I can see her screen, and I went through every step with her, and there was the subject and everything.
Yeah,
as she explained, I can send to her, but she is not getting it through at all. Okay.
Well, if you're sending to her and she's not getting it, then there may be something with her OMail. But just raise that support ticket, Gemma, and take those screenshots like Red said. Try again, just sending it to a different email.
Try one more email. If that doesn't work, take the screenshots, and I'm sure Listra will help you to contact support with that as well. If you want as well, Listra or Gemma, you can copy me that in as well, redredfern1@gmail.com. Send it through to me as well, so I can have a look, and then if it is something, then we can probably escalate it somewhere else. Okay.
Absolutely. Okay, thank you all. Much appreciated.
And thank you, Listra, for helping. Appreciate that. Okay, Tony, if you'd like to unmute if you're ready now, then we'll go ahead with your question. Thank you.
Thank you,
Tony. We caught you away. Yeah, we caught you away from the office.
I had to run ahead. My dinner was burning in the oven, so it worked out just fine. Thank you. Great presentation, by the way, Red. That was fantastic. Very well detailed, and I actually learned something today as well from that. And Marty, happy birthday, my friend. I hope you're having a great day. And yes, I did test the email, and I sent an email from OMail to my Gmail account, so I've got more than one, and it actually went through, and the reply also went back to OMail as well. I also used a fresh Gmail account to send an email to OMail, and it actually works. But a couple of days later, it didn't work. It actually was sent right back to me. So this is what we have to understand. We're in the beta testing phase right now. So these things are going to happen. This is normal. This is completely normal. So let's just be patient and things will work out just fine. Okay, thanks.
Excellent. Thank you, Tony. And yes, like I had a concern. I didn't have a network, and then it worked, and then it's been taken away from me again. So hopefully it'll be back soon. So just remember that while they're working on things, you know, you'll find things are popping in and out daily, even hourly sometimes, where you can, and then the next minute you can't. That is all a part of beta testing. Okay, so if we have any other hands up or any other questions in the chat box. Okay, we might, Red, is there anything you would like to say? Because I know that you will duck off soon, but if you'd like to share with us a little bit more today, just about your thoughts around the whole back office, that would be fantastic.
I'm more impressed that you used D at the beginning of what you said, to be absolutely honest, Narelle. So,
what did I say now? I can't remember. I'm blonde.
you said I've got to duck off.
I did say duck. Maybe I need to pronounce it a little bit more clearly.
No, I haven't got anything else. The only other thing that we have, myself and Marty, that we're going to be bringing to the table, I've been working for the last 2 days on a OStaff presentation for you guys with the PowerPoints that we got shown the other day. I've enhanced them, I've changed them slightly so that they're more visual, and I've taken some out actually because they're not necessary for what I'm trying to do here. And what I've been trying to do here is to do a presentation of OStaff so that you can take that and you can give it to companies to have a look at. Okay, it's going to be around about 15 minutes long only, to give companies an overview of what OStaff can do for their business. And this will be out this week. Me and Marty, again, are going to do it together. We work very well together. I do the talking, Marty tells me where I'm going wrong, and it seems to work okay for me. So, you know, we want to have it in a relaxed atmosphere, and this is how we try and present it. I've done the PowerPoint, so I'm nearly finished with it. I've got another day at it, and as soon as that's ready, it will be everywhere, and you guys can just take it, and then you can share it. There's going to be no links on it. There's going to be nothing like that on it. You can just take it, and hopefully it will perk the interest of some customers who will want to use OStaff. I have been very, very impressed with OStaff. I thought it was going to be a big product. I didn't realize how big it is going to be. And it's not finished yet either. You know, the CCTV part hasn't been added to it yet. You know, but to have a product of that size and with the features that are combined in it it's big news, that is, guys. It really is for all of us, especially at the price point as well that's going to be offered at. It's going to make a big difference to a lot of companies, but more importantly, it's going to make a big difference for us as founders, because customers are going to buy it, which is what it's all about. So that's it for me. Back over to you, Narelle.
Thank you, Red. And Red is it is so important that you're doing that, because, you know, it is such a big product with so many different parts to it. So thank you very much. And I think we all should applaud Red for, you know, dissecting it and bringing it to us in an easy platform to understand that we can share out. Now, the one thing I hear and I get back from people is this: I don't know how to use this. I don't know how to use that. What do I do with Odesk? If you don't have a business, you don't need to use it. Some of the products, as Marty, I've heard Marty before and Red say, these are products that are for businesses. You know, you don't need to be out there using them. Go in and have a look at them. Okay, if you don't have a website, if you're not selling something, you know, or for me, I'm an author, you know, I can put my book there, but honestly, all you need to do is be going in there and having a look. Omail you can use, because you all use Gmail, Yahoo, AOL, Hotmail, whatever it is. So you want to come over eventually into Omail. But people say, well, trim URL. Okay, well, go and get your registration link. Go and find link 49, copy the link, take it into your trim URL and shorten it so it looks nicer when it's going out to people. Okay, that's OTrim. Okay, so ONetwork, go in there, write something, put something in there, utilize it, like somebody else's stuff. I know it's a pain in the backside right now with some of it because it's doubling up. There's 1,000 shares on one particular thing. Might look nice for them, but it is not working for what it's meant to do. Double columns doesn't work for me. That's just my opinion. And
Oh, that's all. I'm sorry, Noel. That's all going to be cleaned up. Ask people to stop putting stupid stuff in there. And obviously some people don't listen. Yeah. So I think they're going to clear it up and make it not so easy to access if you can't remember. Stop sharing stupid things over and over and over and over again. But another thing I just want to remind everybody, and this is just the people that we have to really, really impress, they're not here yet.
Yes.
So whatever happens now, whatever we're doing now, however long it takes, as long as this is spot on when it matters, that's when it matters. When the customers come in, you know, like I've said this before, we all look at an iPhone and say, well, this is unbelievable. You can use it for GPS. You could use it for this. It's a computer. It's a camera. It's a movie projector. It's everything. But when it was being made, there were some hot, tense times with the founders of that company probably yelling and screaming, this doesn't work, that doesn't work. But when we got it, it's pretty darn nice, right? It's pretty darn nice. And that's where we're at. We're at the table and I'm screaming at all of you. No, I'm just kidding. No, but we're at the table where we're all messing with it. This, what's this? How come I have it? You don't have it? But it's big. Nobody, zero, any company in the history of mankind has started at this level. None, right? Jeff Bezos started in an attic. Nobody started like this. So even when I used to say, could you imagine if Jeff Bezos, no, you're way ahead of that. You're starting these companies 10 years later and still nobody knows yet. It's a big deal, but we just got to get it right. We get it right. And if people are happy, you're going to be happy. Trust me. And that's all we're here for. We're here to make it right before it matters. Right now, you know.
What you were saying, like with the iPhone or, you know, any sort of mobile phone, you get these new and you upgrade. You never use all of the things that are available to you on your iPhone or your Android. Never, ever, ever. If you use every single available, not just application, but the things that are available through there, whether it's the camera or how you use the camera or how you send an email or whatever you use, you never actually use all of it anyway. You use what you're safe or you feel safe with. Okay, what you know, because you're too scared to touch buttons and things like that in case it wipes everything, in case it takes it back to factory. So this is different because we're beta testing. You can go in, you can have a play with it and it's not going to mess with it. It's not going to break down. And whatever is happening in the background, remember that the tech team are working around the clock to be able to, you know, fix and change and iron out those things that are showing up to them, because it's all in the background. We're just seeing the front end of it. So thank you, Red.
Well, I'm sliding off now. I'm going to go eat with the wife. And for everyone else, lovely seeing everyone here. The usual subjects, they're all here, very, very supportive. I love you all. And it's great to see you all here. Marty and Chris, I'll see you later. And I'm going to spank your asses at pool.
Thank you, Red. We really appreciate it. Let's give a hand for Red because it's really wonderful that you come on. Enjoy your dinner with your wife. I don't want to know or have pictures sent to me about the spanking in pool. You can keep that to yourself and keep it private, okay? I'm sure we'll hear about it at some stage, but thank you once again for coming on, and thank you and you and Marty for doing that recording to show people how simple it is. Reach out to your sponsor, reach out to those who you can see on this panel today, because they're the ones who will be helping you also step by step. Remember that this is recorded, and you can go back over, stop and start it as you please. Find the sections, utilize it, go back to the video, come back to your OMail and go on from there. But there are many, many founders here who are outstanding in helping others. So just reach out if you do have any concerns. Okay, so Chris, I'm going to take over to you right now because we have no hands up. And I just want to see if you would like to share something with us today. Oh, I saw one she just snuck in before you. So I think we'll go over to Sylvie. Sylvie, if you'd like to unmute and ask if you have a question, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Nara. Thank you for giving me the floor. It's a pleasure, a privilege to be here. I'm a proud founder, Sylvie Wanji, since Houston, Texas. I don't have any question. I'm sorry I came late, but I couldn't, close my mouth without saying happy birthday to Madi Dogamo. Madi, you are a big man. Know that we love you so much, and I want to appreciate you and, acknowledge the fact that you're working so hard, selfless, for your community. So I wish you blessing upon blessing. Happy birthday to you. Thank you. Thank you, Nara.
Thank you, Sylvie. We appreciate you coming on today and tonight, wherever you're coming in from. It's daytime here in Australia. So thank you, thank you. I know Marty is getting probably hundreds of thousands of birthday messages, but you are right. Here is one almighty man who has a heart of gold, which is why he resonates with so many people. So thank you, thank you. Okay, we see one more hands up. Daniel from Hawaii, I think it is. Pahoa. And
Aloha. Yeah, it's Pahoa. It's Pahoa, Hawaii. I'm on the Big Island. Aloha. Marty, you might have to answer this. Happy birthday, by the way. Red's not here, obviously. Are we going to be able to maybe delete or change our email address?
Well, you can. Well, I don't know about delete your email. I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm just not sure. Obviously, you can delete the emails that you're getting, but to change your email, I don't.
Correct.
I really don't know. That's a very good question. We'll find out in the next few days. Anyway, I will ask.
Okay. You guys also mentioned in the future we're going to be able to have more than one.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Now that's also another thing I want to verify. Obviously, if you have more than one account, you have one. But I mean, can you have more than one with one account? I'm not 100% sure.
Right.
Yeah. Sorry. Keep going.
No, it's all good. I don't know how to.
Marty, what I'm finding is a lot of people have gone in without even thinking about it. They've just gone, oh, there's the email. It's set up for me, so I'll just click accept. But the thing is, a lot of people don't want to, or they wanted to change it to something that was more specific to who they are. So maybe they put in, say, Narelle Walk-On 54983.
Oh, there I am.
I didn't want to use 59483. I just wanted Narelle Walk-On at OMail. So I don't know whether that's going to be available now to be able to change that. And that's what I think you're asking, Daniel, perhaps.
Oh, yes. I think you could go to support and request it, and maybe they clear it out and you go back in and do it all over again.
Yeah.
I mean, they might be able to do that. Yeah. They could do anything, really. Will they do it? I don't know, but yeah, you could request that for sure.
Yeah, I think that's where the problem lies, is people are going in and just sort of not thinking.
They think the name that's there, they have to take it. And all it is a suggestion from your regular email. Right. So you can change it, and if it's available, it'll say, yeah, you got it.
Yeah, I think that what you'll find too, if you've got more than one account, keep them to what they are, because they're the emails that you remember. Okay, so if my main one is Narelle Walk-On at OMail, then that's my primary one. Okay, but if my others are Narelle Walk-On 2593, then I'm going to keep it the same, because that's what I've got written down, you know, what for my other positions. So are the emails that I had used, or the names of the emails that I had used. So if I have a trust account, then I'm going to keep the email the same in OMail, because it just stays relevant to me. You know, if I start chopping and changing, then I've got to write everything down. So in each account I've kept it, but in my primary one, I want it to be, say, my name or whatever. So people just remember that, have a look. If you've set it up, then yeah, we'll just have to find out from Ash or support whether those can be changed. So once they're set, they're set. It's the same with Gmail. Once you set up a Gmail, you can't go back and change it. They're not going to let you change it. You have to get another Gmail account. So let's just wait and see over the next few days how that's going to sort of pan out with that. But thank you, Daniel. Very good question.
Narelle, could I have not unrelated to this topic?
Sure.
About the emails, Marty, we've been getting emails from you guys lately, because I'm not seeing them. If we have, you know, from the I'm sorry, the
You know what I mean? Company emails?
Yeah, company. Yeah.
Oh, I had put in 300 of them, of people that weren't getting them.
Right.
And they whitelisted them all, and they told me to keep an eye out for the next company email.
Right.
You should have got one for Thursday. Last Thursday with the big webinar.
Okay.
If you didn't, then there's probably something wrong. And I do realize that you might be getting an OTP, which is your one-time thing, but you may not
I'm getting those.
So I think it's a little different way they send it.
Right.
But if you're not getting the company emails, you can write OnPassive support at support@ofounders.net and tell them, please whitelist my email, and put your email in there.
Well, I've got about I think 15 accounts, so
that's okay. Put them all in there.
Okay.
Now here's what people were doing to me. I asked them to do it, but hold on, the cat's scratching the chair, and I'm going to squirt him with water. Anyway,
I do the same thing.
Yeah, so people sent me a bunch of emails and said, I need mine whitelisted. They didn't give me the email. I think you might need more than that. Yeah, so make sure you actually send. Some people think the company already assumes it's the email you're writing from, but it might not be. So write separate in each line. Very simple. Whitelist the following emails and have right in the line, and they can do it very fast. If you set it up like that, they could do hundreds in one night, thousands in one night.
Right.
But that's what I would do.
Okay. Also,
I'm not receiving corporate emails. Whitelist the following emails and write in a row.
What would their email address be that I noticed it was them? I guess.
What email? Oh, it's support.
No. I got that address, Marty. I'm talking about the one I received from them. Is that help?
It was. Hold on a minute. I can tell you. I get them, but I can't remember what they call. If you looked up, if you looked up in your email account at the top where it says search email and you put in OFounders, everything from OFounders will show up and it'll tell you what it is. I can't think of one because guess what? I haven't been getting them either. So
I know I saw something that had help and something else support.
It might be somebody else here that has been getting the corporate emails can tell you what it says. I haven't been getting them. So, and they're not sending them every day. Like I said, the last one they sent was last Thursday.
Okay. The other question I have is I sent a support to about invoices. I had like maybe, I don't know, half of my accounts don't have invoices.
They don't have them.
Don't have them. Some of them do, some of them don't.
Yeah.
And I gave a list of the ones that don't.
Okay. Perfect. And what you want to have is this account email doesn't have an invoice. That's
and and I sent him a screenshot what I was talking about.
That's very
Okay.
good. Yeah, no, you can't do any more than that.
And then the other thing is, it's kind of weird. I was inadvertently doing something on my computer, and I enlarged the whole website. You know, Founder's website. I don't know if anybody's done that.
Yeah.
To where,
on the
you know
top
what I mean?
right-hand side for Google, or not Google, for Firefox, if you click those little bars on the right, you can enlarge, or you can make it 50%, 100%, 200%, 500%.
Right. Oh, right.
Yeah, and you can put it back to normal, which is 100%.
Well, who do you go through to do that?
Well, what browser are you using?
I think I'm using it's called
Which one?
Microsoft Edge.
I'm not sure, but you'll find in there somewhere where you click on it for settings, and then look for
Right.
size, and it'll tell you it'll say enlarge or decrease, and you can decrease it down back to normal. You might have hit it by accident. It can
Right.
go as much as 200%. So it'd be huge.
Well, I'll give you an example. Now I can't see on my screen the list of all the OMail, ONet.
Yeah. Your screen's all
Yeah.
blown up. Yeah, you
Right.
just made it too big.
Right.
And if
Daniel,
you're not
just
sure,
turn your
go to-
device off. Just turn your device
Just
off,
turn-
reset, and then turn it back
Reset
on.
it.
That's all you need to
Okay.
do.
Yeah,
So-
or always go to Google, because it makes you smart
Okay.
as crap.
You guys
Go to
great.
Google-
Thank you,
Google
jumping in.
and say, how do I decrease the size? And
Right.
it will tell you if you tell them
On
what.
your device. Yeah.
I'm sure it's simple.
It's pretty simple.
Okay. Thank you very much. You guys have been a great help. I've been involved
No
since
worries.
November of 20. So
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you,
thank you.
Daniel. Wonderful
Hey,
to see
what's
you
that,
here.
Chris?
I would like to also say, guys, all you individuals that sent those emails into OnPassive Nation to get whitelisted, or it was first a test, this is what they came up with. It would be nice to hear back the next webinar we have when we're sending out corporate emails. Please give us feedback that you did or did not receive a corporate. That helps us out.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank
Absolutely.
you, Chris.
Yeah. Thanks, Daniel. Thanks, Chris.
Thank you.
Great information there. Okay, well, we'll go over to Roger Wanji. If you'd like to unmic, please, and ask your question, just remembering that we are trying to run to time, but we're here until everybody's question is answered. So thank you, Roger.
Good evening, good morning, everyone. I have a question regarding the email. I have a Gmail and I've been opening an account with the OMail. My concern is about the password. When I have a new email with the OMail, do I have to create a new password?
You're talking about logging into your back office, Roger?
No. You remember when they were showing, when we went to OMail, they show how to create a new the email with AI. That's OMail.
Yeah, omail.ai, yes.
Yes. When I have that new email, should I have to create a password for it, or should I have to use my old password to access that new OMail account?
You just need to log into your back office to use that email. So if it's attached to your login, if you're going into your main or primary account, wherever you want to send an email from, then you just go into OMail from there. So it's just logging in, getting your one-time password, getting that over, and then logging into your back office, and then go to OMail from there. So that's the only way that you're going to be able to access it, because that is the one platform, the one interface where everything is. So it's the one login. Does that answer your question?
No.
Okay,
No,
Marty.
because
Roger, your OMail account is inside OFounders. It's inside. It doesn't have a password. The password to the whole back office is the password you use to log into OFounders. So it has nothing to do with your email in there. Your email in there, once you log into OFounders, you have your email. You don't need a password to get your email.
Okay.
You don't need a password to get your email. You don't need a password to get your email. You don't need a password to get your email. You don't need a password to get your email. You don't need a password to get your email. You don't need a password to get your email. You don't need a password to get your email. You don't need a password to get your email. You don't need a password to get your email. You don't need a password to get your email. You don't need a password to get your email. You don't need a password to get your email. You don't need a password to get your email. You don't need a password to get your email. You don't need a password to get your email. You don't need a password to get your email. You don't need a password to get your email. You don't need a password to get your email. You don't need a password to get your email. You don't need a password to get your email. You don't need a password to get your email. You don't need a password to get your email. You don't need a password to get your email. You don't need a password to get your email. You don't need a password to get your email. You
Do you understand
Maybe-
that, Roger?
Yeah, but this is what I'm asking, Marty. Sorry about that. Let's say I send you an email with the OMail, the new OMail that I created, and you
Yes.
send me a response. I need to access that OMail to be able to read the reply of the email that you send me via OMail. And to access that OMail, I need a password.
Wait a minute. Okay, how do you log into OFounder? What email do you use to log
I use
into
Gmail. I use
Okay.
Gmail.
Okay. Log in to OFounders with your Gmail, log into your back office, okay?
Yes.
And on the left-hand side, you'll see a menu. One of the menus will say OMail.
Yes.
Click that and you're in OMail. You don't need a password.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, is that that answered your question, Roger?
Yes, thank you so much.
Okay, yeah, just reach out if you have any concerns with that. So thank you very much for asking. Dr. Bill, if you'd like to unmute and share with us today.
Hey guys, there was a question that came up that I think I know the answer to. Ash alluded to it when you are going to have multiple email capability. That's when we go to use ODomain. You set up your own domain site and you're going to have unlimited number of emails based on that domain, but not on OMail. So it'll be under your own domain where you have unlimited number of email capabilities.
Yep. Yep, I believe you're right, Dr. Bill. Yep.
I've also done a good bit of testing on OMail, and there are a lot of bugs in it. I've reported a lot of them to support. So it really would be helpful for everybody to try to break it and then report what's wrong, because there are a lot of bugs that are being worked out, and the more they hear from us, the better it'll get.
Absolutely. And sometimes don't always expect that they do know, you know, because this is what beta testing is again, you know, they're waiting for you to say, or they're waiting for 10 people to bring in the same situation that's happening. Most of the time they know what's going on, but there could be just one little thing that's slipping past.
And the other thing, Narelle, it could be global, right? It could be a part of the world that's not working or another part that is. So when somebody comes in and says, I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm okay, South Africa may not be, that's all. And we found that with a few products already. And then as time goes on, everybody will be fine. But they do need the info. That's why we're here. That's why we're beta testing that.
Absolutely. One of the things, Marty, that I just wanted to bring, thanks, Dr. Bill, I appreciate you sharing that with us today so that everybody knows, you know, about that information. So just one of the things, Marty, is I noticed that when Red went through, you know, sending the email and it says you can add a photo. I've had this situation before where, and I've seen it just there, and I'm not quite sure whether it's something that will be added. It's once you click into it, it's got like put in the URL and things like that. But I didn't see a section that says add from your file. So add from your computer. Now, a lot of those back end stuff, and I've used a few of them, they always say URL, but we need to have it because to work quickly with an email, you need to be able to bring it up from your computer, from your file, not find the URL for it, because you usually don't have a URL for pictures on your, or screenshots on your computer.
100%. 100%. And most people can't find the URL for an image.
That's right.
It's not easy. You have to go to source and try to find it and all that. So no, I know what you're saying. You click on the portrait little box and it actually takes you to the picture. You click the picture and boom, now it's in your email. It's not a link. It's not a link, you know, and I have that written down too. I think we should.
Yeah, good, because that's one of the hardest things for anybody to have to work out.
No doubt about it.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
So that was one. And the other one was definitely, if everybody wants to try their signature, go in and put a little signature. Thank you, yours sincerely, kind regards, your first name, your full name, you know, add a website if you want to, you know, just go and add your signature so that some of those are ready. If you don't want to do it on your main one, do it on some of your others if you have other accounts. It is something that you should be playing around with. It does look professional if you say, you know, yours sincerely, or sincerest or, you know, kind regards or whatever.
It just
and then
saves so much time, Narelle. It saves so much time. You've got, thank you very much, Chris Johnson, his email, his website, maybe his YouTube channel, WhatsApp, whatever you want there. You just don't have to do it every single time that you write an email. Yeah.
It does save a lot of time, and you really just don't even need to think about it again. You know, you could still put, say, regards Narelle if you're finishing off on something, but it's always going to say, like for mine, Narelle Walk On, and then my website address, you know, so I don't have to think about that. So people may click on it or don't click on it, whatever. But that is really important that you all go and trial that. And I think that's about it, because the other one was adding the contacts. And I think Red said maybe we need to fill in more of those boxes. Sometimes you have emails from people where you don't know what country they're from. So that was the only other one. It didn't have an asterisk next to it. But I noticed that, you know, some of the contacts, if you're adding people, you may have a contact from somebody, but you're not necessarily what country they're from. You know, they might sound Russian, but they're actually from France. So, you know, put in, I suppose, whatever you think, because you can go back and change it later because it's only in contact. So just be aware that that section may not be working fully yet in how to add your contacts, but please go and trial it out, even if you're just adding in one of your own, so that it's there. So like I said, everything is trial and error, you know, but if you're not doing it, then it's not getting done, and we're not being able to send these things through to support or through to Ash, but obviously through more to support so that they can work on these things. So Daniel, I see your hand up again. Have you got another question? Please unmute yourself. Oh, you're muted, Daniel.
Okay, I'm sorry. It wouldn't. I was trying to unmute using the mic and wouldn't let me, so I saw it up top. Yeah, Marty, when do you guys think? My brother, I have an account that I'm taking care of with my several accounts with my brother. He's got, and his kids. So he has 2 businesses, and I've already registered him for the desk. But there's a lot of things that I can't figure out what role means, what features, and all this stuff about. And I've tried to add names into that area, you know, the main part of the initial typing in the names of business, all that stuff. Is there going to be a tutorial, or how soon that might come up? Because I'm one of the.
Absolutely. Okay. I mean, as said it the other night on the webinar, that he'll have, you know, videos, and as people learn, like Susie McRae is going through it right now.
Great.
And when it's time and you need to know, Daniel, you'll know. I mean, it'll be very self-explanatory. Right now, there's only a handful of people that are even trying to use it. But as we get through it and it's okay, then the company goes through its process. There will be videos made for everything that we have, explaining exactly how it works. Plus, some of the founders will be making videos in the meantime, explaining step by step what each thing does and how it works. So you'll know. Yeah, you're not going to just be given to you and good luck. They want you to know how to do it.
No, I understand.
Plus the public needs to know, right? They need to know too. So.
Okay, I guess one question I was going to ask you, and I'll probably found out later. Then if his account, he doesn't have to use the what's it called? The trafficking. This could be used as that, or no?
Say it again. I'm not sure what you mean.
Okay, so this desk, could we somehow use that as getting traffic to the businesses, or you have to go through the as a founder?
There'll be different. Well, obviously you have to be a founder to get traffic from OnPassive.
Right.
But you can direct traffic to anything you want, either through the marketplace, or if you had your own website that you built for it, or a website that was built for you, you can have traffic designated for whatever you want, as long as it's legit and the company okays it. It's no big deal.
No, I'm asking you is how's the desk going to fit into that?
Well, I believe the desk is more of a help feature for somebody that owns the business.
Okay.
So, and because I have no intentions on messing with it. I'm not an expert on that, but Like I said, there'll be videos made from it so everybody understand how it works.
Okay.
And it will be part of your business, whatever business it is. But as far as driving traffic to the desk, no, probably not. But it'll be part of the business that you want to promote, obviously. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And I think, Daniel, you know, we just have to wait for a little bit more information to come
Absolutely.
out with that, the tutorials, you know, the explanation, you know, it is if you have a business. So I think if you don't have a business, don't stress over it.
Right. No, we do.
Ash isn't saying that we all need to get out there and use absolutely every product, but just use the ones that you know about. But yeah, I appreciate that. And I know that there's many on here that will be thinking, well, what can I use it for? What do I do with it? You know, people have those questions. They've sent me those questions. And I basically at this present stage, I'm saying, if you don't have a business, don't stress about it. Okay.
But that's what I'm saying. We have 2 already. And then, so could you use businesses using Desk?
You can put your business on there, but again, it has to be legal and compliant, as Marty said.
No,
so I think, like I said, because we're in that beta testing, just wait for some more information to come out about that as to how you're going to be able to access it for those businesses, or whether you have to go through the process to have the businesses approved. So,
okay. But you could have multiple using that platform, the Desk platform.
I would say yes.
Okay. So, all right. Mahalo. Mahalo, everyone.
Thank you, Daniel. Thank you. Appreciate your
I took over one of the president's things on there. I'm sorry. I'm hiding one of the presidents.
You are. That's okay. It's probably one we don't like anyway.
No, I think it's Roosevelt. I think it's Roosevelt.
No, he was all right. He was all right. Did not hide him. We don't know. We're over here in Australia, really. So
I know. Take care.
But thank you so much, Daniel.
Mahalo again.
Appreciate that. Yes, thank you. Now, if there's no more questions, I'll go over to you quickly, Chris, just to, run through, I suppose, in what we might be doing here each week. We obviously have to discuss with Admira, but I think that she will be okay with those suggestions. So maybe we should just run through and get the consensus of the people here. So over to you, Chris Johnson.
Absolutely. And I have to talk to Red and Marty about it too, because, hey, surprise. I thought it was a good idea tonight to do this. And then on Thursdays, we will actually do it live. So we're going to do recordings if we get everyone's permission from Red, Marty, Admira, and whoever else wants to be a hey guy. But it would be a great idea. So you can come in here, we can watch the recording, we can get some. We had 180 some people on here, I think, tonight, and we got 1,200,000 founders. So think about it. So on Tuesdays, if Admira allows us, because it is her show, we'd like to just get in there, and as Red and Marty make these tutorials, or whoever else makes a really good tutorial about these products, we'll do a recording on this show. And then on Thursdays with Robin Noble and Pam and Kevin, permission, we'll do it live, and we'll educate more people. We all know we can't get on every single webinar. Lynn Nakamoto does. I don't know how she does it. I used to be like that, but my back and butt just don't work like that anymore. But it's a good idea to educate yourself. Like I said, I learned a lot tonight, and everyone's input is awesome, especially still if you're getting wrinkles, as we call them. You can still send those in, guys. You can, if you want, send them. I get quite a few sent to me on a daily basis. Chris, I'm not seeing this, or Chris, I'm not seeing that. It is a time thing, but to me, I like to know about them. And then in our one group that we have, we kind of put some of those in there that we see a lot of, we compile how many complaints or wrinkles we're getting, and we let Ash know about it. We're trying to get away from support issues, but we're still here to help you. I know there's a lot of people all of a sudden maybe signed up 3 years ago, all of a sudden wake up and they're like, wow, what the heck is going on here? And they don't have a clue. We've been trying to wake them up since last July. I remember the phone conversation with Marty DeGarmo that night he said, we got to wake people up. And we actually started, I think it was late June, early July. And of course, there's still a lot of people that aren't woken up. So reach out to your teams. All right. Let them know what's going on. And once again, remember, you don't really have to know these products. I'm predicting a lot of people will never use these products, that are founders, but there's a lot of people that will. But it's not so bad to learn something. You know, we're all in our uppers. Some of us older than others. Marty DeGarmo, tomorrow 62. But as it's not such a bad thing to learn, because let me tell you what, myself personally know a lot of friends that have a lot of businesses. Okay. So it's going to be very important for me to learn staff and mail and everything else that comes my way. And I guarantee you, every one of you at least know one or two people that owns a business, that runs a business, that can use this. So it's really a good thing to learn. So you can walk right into their office one day because you're friends with them, sit them down, say, hey, you got 10, 15 minutes, and go over with them, show them what you got. Once Red gets this staff out, I mean, he just did all the work for you. You can sit them down, watch it together, and as you learn, you can answer any question they have. I know Red Redfern is always there, and Marty DeGarmo is always there to answer questions, but let's take responsibility in this on each of our own business. If you do have support issues, Marty gave some excellent suggestions out how to send a support. That's stuff that we've been doing for a long time, actually, in the Leadership Council. And Ash doesn't want us to do that anymore. I think we overwhelmed him. But take responsibility. It is your business, but we're always there to help you. But it's real easy to send a support ticket in. Just be specific. Don't give them a story. Don't tell them how you rode a kangaroo, jumped onto a mule, and then ended up on a horse and then a helicopter. And this is why I need my email changed. Just give them the basics. All right. That would confuse me. I mean, I'm sure I just confused all of you, but keep it real, keep it short. All right. And don't be afraid to ask support a question. It's not hard to do, guys. It's real simple, but I appreciate y'all being here. Let me get back with Marty. Oh, my voice. Marty, Red, Robin. And you know what? Really good team. Everyone works together. And together we're going to teach people a lot of things about this company. And you're going to go out and you're going to build your company, even though OnPassive is going to do it for you. But hey, just look at it as everyone that you get in as a business. Man, that's a big, big bonus for you. And you'll be proud you did it all on your own. So look at it that way. But I love you, Marty. Again, thank you for all the help you did for this today. Admire, I hope you get better. Susan McCall, I want to shout out a prayer, and my buddy Mafus and Bill Musser, all a little under the weather. They fell ill. Please shout out prayers to them, and Admira. And Narelle, you did a phenomenal job tonight. Thank you very much. And I'm sending it back to you because I got to save a little bit of this for tomorrow's live. Back to you, Narelle.
Absolutely. Thank you, Chris. Thank you. It is important what Chris is saying, you know, so reach out to support. If there's any questions that you have and you don't have a sponsor or you don't have anybody that you can reach out to, then send those questions through to support as well. I see that Cynthia Brown has her hand up. Come on down, Cynthia Brown, and unmute yourself. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. Great seeing you. I don't have a question, but I want to speak on an observation that I saw this morning. I was sharing, you know how when you share and you hashtag something and it gives you a whole list of other hashtag stuff. Well, early this morning when I was sharing, as soon as I put hashtag, it was everything OnPassive. The whole list was OnPassive. Hashtag Ash, hashtag this, hashtag that. I didn't see nothing else. So I just wanted to speak on that. I thought it was big to me.
Yeah, were you putting that in Facebook or one of the social media platforms when I
share, I sent it to newsfeed when I share. And you know how when you click on, like when it hashtag, you get certain points for it and stuff. Yeah, it was a lot of, some of them had a lot of points, 1,000 points.
That's good. Then they're hearing the thunder roll and starting to get out there. I noticed that in some social medias, because you're constantly using those hashtags, that they reappear for you. You know, if I use Facebook in our group, it comes up with OnPassive capital letters. It's there because I've used it so many times, so it just recalls. But if that's going out to news feeds and things like that, that's fantastic that they're showing up. So definitely keep going. And remember, people, if you are sending things or putting things on Facebook, use your hashtags. Hashtags OnPassive, capital letters, you know, hashtag Ash Mufareh, capital A, capital M, you know, they should be there. But if you haven't used them before, then you might have to just type the whole thing, but just make sure OnPassive, when you hashtag it, is all capital letters and spelt correctly. So thanks for sharing that, Cynthia. It's really important that people know. And that's one of the things with algorithms and things like that. You know, it's not necessarily a Facebook thing, but you can hashtag to like pages and groups, and I think to other social media sites, you know, whether it be LinkedIn or Instagram and those sort of things as well.
Get points for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Fantastic.
I thought it was important, you know, because I do it all the time.
Yeah, it is.
I share, but I don't hashtag. I don't know how to do that. So.
Yeah, all you got to do is put
hashtag everything,
which is above number 3, and then don't make any spaces. But if you just type capitals, look, hashtags don't usually use capitals. Usually it's all lowercase. So if I was branding myself, I put hashtag Narelle Walk On, all one word, no spaces, little lowercase. But OnPassive, because Ash has asked for it to be capitals, it is now a hashtag with capitals. So you can utilize that. You can hashtag anything as long as you put the hashtag, which is above number 3 on your computer. Then you can do that, and you can make sure that you can hashtag anything. If you want to Ash Mufareh, like for us, we hashtag OnPassive Aussie Girls, you know, or OnPassive Aussie Girls and a Kiwi guy. And just mentioning that, we do have recordings that were founders only. Last week, I shared my screen and I went through how to get into O Network and how to utilize or how to post, you know, how to add a picture, how to just put wording, how to change the colors of the text or the font of the text. It's very simple. It may not be simple for everyone, but it is sort of like a step through. And like I said, it is a recording. If you want that, because it is a founders only proprietary information, don't pass it on to anybody else, but you can go backwards and forwards, stop when you want, you know, and have a look at that. So I like the social networking side of things when O Network is, you know, working for me. But, you know, it is there. So go and utilize it. That's what they want to do. See how it's working for you. So you don't have to be a philosopher, you know, and put up the best quotes in the world, you know, but don't put hey or in it to win it or good morning or good afternoon. Ash has asked 1,000 times, but that message isn't going through. And one thing I did want to mention earlier was when you do go into O Network, click on the second globe in, because the first one says all, and that just gives you everything. Okay. And it's very, very confusing. But if you click in the next globe, it says English, or you can click into the globe associated with your country, whether it be Germany, France, France, you know, any of those. There is multiple amount of, I haven't counted how many globes there are, but if you just want to stick to basically English, then the second globe in is the one to click, and then you're not sort of frustrated with just good mornings or good afternoons or hey or in it to win it. That's just my suggestion, and that worked well for me, and it stopped me from going a little bit crazy. Okay,
Yeah.
so
crazy. You know what's crazy? Do not use OMail to sign up a founder's position. It don't work. I still got people sending me that. It doesn't work. But the most important thing out of all this, it's Marty DeGarmo's birthday in a couple hours. Don't forget Marty DeGarmo's birthday. Did he mute me? No. So make sure you say happy birthday to him. You know what? Start again at 12 midnight. Blast them. Fill OnPassive Nation up. Don't mute me, Marty.
Gosh. Poor Chris.
Hey, Marty, what's that picture you showed up yesterday?
Okay, well, it's just gone after the hour, and I know that Admira usually has an after party, but today we're not going to do that because it is Australia Day, and I need to go off and spend some time with my granddaughter and take her down the beach and just enjoy the rest of my day. I know that you're going into your evening over there in most places anyway, so we do appreciate each and every one of you for being here today, myself included, because we take time out of our busy days to be able to come and bring you these webinars so that they're informative, you know, so that you've got that platform to be able to ask your questions. So if you haven't been able to ask your question today, then please write it down, because I'm sure there are many webinars that are coming up. We have our founders only again tomorrow night here in Australia, which is very early Thursday morning for you guys. So we don't expect you to come along. But like I said, they are recorded. If you do want any of our founders only recordings, then please just reach out. Any of our other stuff is on our OnPassive Aussie Girls. Yes, I'm giving it a little bit of a plug on YouTube. So go over there. We have some great presentations from Yvonne and myself if you want to share those out with people. I think it's fantastic what Red is doing, putting together a staff, because I know it was very overwhelming for a lot of you. A lot of couldn't be truly understood in some areas of it. So it's going to be good to have it in layman's terms in a sense. And like he said, some of it he just kept out because that wasn't the direction he wanted to do with it. I think we just need to know the basics. Remember, you don't have to use each and every product or tool available to you, but just learn a little bit, because if somebody asks you, then you can say, oh yeah, well, this is going to do that. You know, if they want to know more, then send them over, or send them Red's recording on a staff. You know, if once they're founders, you can now just share with and I'm not quite sure, is Red going to make that available for everyone, Marty, his recording about that, to explain it more with those staff?
Yes, I believe so, yeah.
So you know, what a fantastic opportunity to send to those people that you do know that have business, once we have it more in that layman's terms or more understandable. So thank you, Redfern, for that, because it is a big job to actually do that and put slides or things together for that and explain it all. So that's fantastic. Look out for each other, you know, reach out. If anybody needs a hand, you know, let's try and not just send everything to support nor leadership council. There are many great leaders here. You know, you rock up every day on different webinars, but reach out to each other. You know, just ask the question first of another founder and say, hey, I'm having this bit of a concern. Have you heard about it or whatever? Then it saves a lot of problems, you know, going over to leadership council and them getting hammered with the same question 28 times. 28,000 times. So reach out to those that you know. It doesn't have to be your sponsor. It could be just somebody else here on the panel who you can see, oh, they look like they know what they're talking about. And yeah, so that way we take a little bit more pressure off of LC as well, because they need their sleep and they need their time out. So reach out. There's plenty of founders available to be able to help you with that. So thank you once again. If there's no other questions, or if Marty, you would like to finish off with just a couple of words, please, and then I'll stop the recording.
Yeah, very good webinar. I think it's time to teach people what's going on. A lot of people are wandering around like nomads. They're not sure how to do things. Don't make them feel bad. If you can help them, like Lister helped that lady, and anybody that you can help personally, go help them. What good is this trip if we don't bring people with us? And the train is rolling. It's not real fast yet, so you can still get on, but it's time to get on. And like I said, help each other. That's what the company is about. One person can help one, but if everybody that knows a little bit can help somebody else, it'll make it so much faster, you know? So, and there's a lot of people here, just not just LC. There's people here that help every single day, every day behind the scenes. Those are the superstars as far as I'm concerned. It's not how big your team is. It's not that's a joke to me. It's about who you can help. And if you do that, we'll all take that great ride, right? It's no fun alone. It's no fun alone. Now, if you do want to leave Chris behind, that's okay with me. somebody's got to be left behind. So
He'll be put out at the first stop, Marty.
yeah, there we go. There we go.
Make him run to the second stop, pick him up again.
That's all I have. Narelle, great job. Everybody, great. That wasn't our best work, but we did it really quick today. Me and Red, like right before here, actually. But it'll get better. And as things work better, we can show more, right? We don't know, how things are working for some and not others. You don't know. There's not wrong or right. I know people get frustrated and all that. If you're feeling frustrated, that means you have the wrong hat on. If you're frustrated, you're acting like a customer. You're a founder. Founders, this is what part that we have to do. It's a small part to pay to be in a multi-trillion-dollar company someday. So anyway, that's all I have.
Thank you, Marty, and thank you for your time. And thank you, everyone. We just want to send out love and blessings to Admira. So if we could all blow her a big raspberry kiss. Thank you, Admira. We love you. Please get better soon. I know that you are starting to feel better. I hope that you're proud of what we did today for yours. I do think it's an amazing idea that Chris has put forward about, making this about training, because it is a place where we can get together. We don't always make it to different webinars all over the place. Sometimes we resonate with people, sometimes we don't. Sometimes the language barrier sometimes always isn't, we're listening, but we're not understanding. So go to those webinars that where you feel that you're getting the most from. I think Admira puts out an amazing webinar. I think she's an amazing host, and she always asks the right questions to the right people. So thank you once again. I'm going to finish the recording now, and then we can finish off with